Hey, it's Nicole, the Crohnie mom, and I just wanted to share with you what supplies I use for my ileostomy. Sorry, we're at the cabin, and there are people outside, and my son's watching a movie. We just got up here. I wanted to get this quickly filmed before my family shows up. So sorry about the lighting and everything, but I just wanted to get this up so I can share with you guys what ostomy products I am currently using right now. So after my surgery, my surgeon stoma nurse put me in Coloplast bags. And ever since then, I have stuck with Coloplast. I have had minimal issues with them. For me in Minnesota, they're a local company. I actually got to go to their, I don't know if it's the United States headquarters, but here in Minneapolis, they have, I don't know, a base. I don't know what it's called, but I got to go there and be on a panel. They were asking questions about their advertising and their marketing stuff, their pamphlets and their information on that, which was really cool. It wasn't just ileostomates. There were people with urostomies and colostomies, and everybody kind of had a different reason for why they had their ostomy. One woman with a urostomy had MS. One guy had a colostomy. No, he had an ileostomy from colon cancer. I have my ileostomy from Crohn's disease, and it was really cool. I think there was about 10 of us, give or take, and then a couple spouses that came with too. So it was really cool to go hang out there for a while and just, you know, have input. I felt like I kind of I don't know, made a difference, but it was kind of cool, and the people there were super nice. One thing that I didn't know, that every Coloplast employee, no matter where you work, you have to wear an ostomy bag, like wear it for a week, so you know what it feels like. And I just thought that was really cool, that, you know, obviously it's not a complete experience, but having something stuck to you for a week, I'm sure it, you know, kind of, it makes you think a little differently. So I thought that was really cool. But anyways, long story, woo. So I use pretty much all Coloplast supplies for the most part. It's just what's worked for me, and I've stuck with them. So I have a very petite stoma, and at first after surgery I was put in a flat one-piece bag. Found out very early on that I needed convex, so I had switched to a convex one-piece bag. And then as I became more confident, I started playing around with bags a little bit, and now I really like the two-piece bags. So right now I'm currently kind of going back and forth between two bags, just because I'm on prednisone, and I'm hoping this is why, but I'm on prednisone, and I was having some tingling and burning and underneath my base plate. And excuse me, when I talked to my surgeon, I mentioned it, and she did say that sometimes steroids, specifically prednisone, can thin your skin a little bit. So I'm hoping that's what it is and nothing more. So at the moment, I am currently using the Coloplast Sensura. This is the Convex wafer, and I use the cut to fit. I am in between, like maybe a 27. I'm in between 25 and 30 millimeters. So I just cut it to fit. My stoma is pretty round. It kind of, it's not oblong. I don't have any funky, you know, ins and outs. So it's pretty easy for me to cut. And then the bags I use are, so I will leave all of the product numbers down below. I don't have them right offhand with me, but since the Coloplast bags do put it on, these are the 11185, and I do use, for the most part, the transparent bags. I don't know. I don't know if I'm weird. I like to see my stoma. I kind of gauge how it's looking mixed with what I'm feeling to know kind of where I'm at. I don't know. I like to see it. I like to see if it needs to be changed. You know, I don't know, is it moving? Like that to me sometimes lately, because I've had some blockages and obstructions, that I like to see it moving, kind of gives me a reassurance. Or if it's like, you know, I know that I'm feeling, what I feel is kind of matching how it's working. So I don't know. For the most part, I do use the clear, and I use the roll, the Velcro ones. So they roll up. Sorry, I'm kind of doing that backwards. So like here's the opening, and then they roll and they Velcro closed. I personally, and then you can flip it up too, so it's all folded up like that. I personally have never used clips. I think Hollister uses clips. I've always had the Velcro roll kind from Coloplast. So, and I have had no problems with the Velcro. If anything, when I was still a new ostomate, it was more figuring out how to empty without getting it all over it. But otherwise, I've never had any problems with them coming undone or anything like that. So I have always used it. So that is kind of my go-to bag that I've been using right now, or bag and base plate. The other one that I really like, but it's giving me some irritation, is the new Mio, the Coloplast Sensura Mio. And so that's again, I needed the convex, so I did have to wait a little while because the flat ones came out right away, and then, or at least for me here in the United States. But anyway, so it's the convex, and again, I do the cut to fit. I know you can do pre-cut. I don't know. I like to do my own. Sometimes if I'm, I don't know, swollen, my stoma does, for the most part, it's pretty consistent, but sometimes it'll be really swollen. I go in and get IV fluids every 2 weeks, and I notice when I'm nice and hydrated, she's nice and big and swollen, not swollen, but she's healthier. So I just like to be able to cut my own. What I do like about this one is the clips for the belt, or the loops for the belt. There's 2 of them on each side, so you can kind of decide if you want your belt higher or lower. And actually sometimes I tend to do one each way. I actually do, how do I do it? I think the one on the inside, because my ostomy is on my right abdomen, right side of my abdomen, I do the high and then the low. I don't know, it just kind of feels secure to me. And then the bags, I don't know if it's just my supplier or what, but I can't get the opaque bags because the Sensura Mio, the opaque ones, have like a little slit right here, so you can like peek in, which, hello, like that's what I wish the Assura ones had, because I do have some transparent or opaque bags. I actually wore one to do my Solara shot in my other video, because who wants to see someone else's poop, right? But I don't wear them very often. And the Sensura Mio, or Sensura Mio, sorry, I'm reading it, it's like on the back. They have the opaque, and then there's like a little slit, so you can like peek in and look at your stoma. So hello, I don't know, Handy Medical is who I use. They're here, again, another local company, which I love supporting the locals, but honestly, it's just what my insurance company told me to go through. But so yeah, I'm kind of waiting on that. But anyways, again, I use the Velcro, so it kind of same as the Sensura. Just folds in, and there we go. So those are the 2. So again, I really like, because the difference in these 2 base plates, even though the Mio is a little bit bigger, it's a lot more flexible, and it's a lot more it's thinner on your skin, so you can't, I don't know, you don't feel it as much, which is kind of nice. Okay, so a couple other accessory type things I use. So I think I mentioned before, I have a petite stoma, as my GI called it. She's kind of little. So it's not flush with my skin, but it is not big. It's very small. So I use the Brava moldable rings. When I was first out of surgery, my stoma nurse used paste, and she told me the reason why they do that is because a lot of Medicaid people, that's all they will approve or pay for is the paste. So they're always worried about you getting, hooked on these cool little things, and then your insurance company won't cover them, and they can be really expensive. So thankfully, my insurance, I luck out, they do approve or pay for these. So these are the Brava moldable rings 120427. Again, I'll put all the numbers down below. So they're the 4.2 millimeter. But I really like them. They're really stretchy, and you can just mold it around your stoma, and it's good to go. Let's see, some other accessory type things that I use. These are Coloplast, I think they're called barrier strips, and I get the half moons. They do come in some other shapes out there. There's some that are like this, and then they've got like, I don't know, a little thing on them. But I like these. I actually cut them to size. So when I'm lazy and I'm trying to extend the wear time on my bags, then when it starts to peel up around the edges, you can just put this on, or like mine tend to do it just in like certain spots, so that's why I'll cut and then just stick it on wherever it's peeling up. And these are awesome. They withstand showering, swimming, chlorine, and lake water. I've never been in the ocean with my ostomy, but they're great. So they really do extend the wear time for me. And then, I use the powder, stoma powder. This one is the Coloplast Brava. I do have another one. I think it might be the Hollister one. I don't see a difference in the brands for powders. I just use, I think both this one and the other one I still have were samples from 4 years ago. So I don't need a lot. I just do a little ring around my stoma, pat it off, and I'm good to go. The other thing that I have used on and off, I have psoriasis, and it comes and goes depending on just what's going on with my body. And for a while, I was getting it right underneath my base plate, and it was just not sticking. So what I was using are these Brava protective shields or sheets from Coloplast, and I'll open it up here. They're really cool because you can just, I cut them. I know some people use, I've seen before, they're really sticky, so it's kind of stuck in here. Some people will take and cut a hole and then put it, cut a hole for their stoma, and then they've got this, and then you can take, sometimes if your skin is sore or weepy, and then, so that would be stuck to your abdomen, and then you can put your base plate over that. So it just helps make a better seal. They're not super thick. They're just enough. One side is sticky, that sticks to your skin. And then one side, so this is the sticky side, and then this side is just a smooth, I don't want to say silicone, but just a smooth, so that your bag can stick to the smooth part. So those were really helpful because even with the psoriasis or weepy skin, these protective sheets still stick to them. So that's super nice and super helpful. So if you need, check those out. And I think the last thing that I use currently at the moment that is more for my family, I guess, than me and the public, is the Nascent, I think is how you say it. It's the Ostomy Odor Eliminator, and it's a liquid, and you just, after you empty, squirt a little bit. I think they say 1 to 2, oh, that's for the filters. For pouches, each time you empty the pouch, place 1 to 2 squirts in the pouch. So It helps. It doesn't completely take. Don't mind the little monster in the corner. Mom life, right? It doesn't take the scent completely, or the stink completely away. I still get, oh, Mom, but I think it helps, and especially when you're out in public, helps a little more too. I do have, they make a smaller travel size that I have in my purse that I just refill, which is nice because these covers can come off and you can just refill them instead of having to buy. I think, I don't know, I think my insurance does cover this. I do keep track, but I don't keep track, if you know what I mean. So that is what I'm currently using for my ileostomy. If you have any questions about anything, or about my process, or how I use some of the accessories, I wish I had my belt. I'm really sorry I don't. That's another thing. I do, off and on, depending, use ostomy belts. And I have one from Hollister and one from Coloplast. They are very different. I typically use my Coloplast. The Coloplast one is a very thin elastic, and I tend to use that when I'm swimming because it's a thinner and it doesn't absorb the water as much, but it still gives me a little extra security. The Hollister one is a little bit thicker of an elastic, and but I like that one too. There's no, that one actually, because it's a thicker elastic and it tends to feel a little more secure, if that makes sense. But yeah, I kind of use those off and on. Right now, since I'm on prednisone and I've been having a lot of bloating and stuff, and my bag has been fairly well. It sticks pretty well. I haven't been using belts lately, but I used to use them religiously, like all the time. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. Any other products, and I think that's it.